I didn't grow up speaking English, but today I speak it confidently and naturally. How? Not by memorizing textbooks or sitting in boring classes. I found a smarter way, and I'm about to share it with you. If you want to learn English fast and actually enjoy the process, you're in the right place. Hey there, explorers. Welcome to Native Explorer. This is the only channel where learning English isn't about grammar rules. It's about transforming your life. Today, I'm sharing something powerful with you. One method changed everything for me. It can do the same for you. This method has helped thousands of people worldwide. If you use it daily, it will transform how you speak English. Think about this. Learning English is like having a conversation with someone who spent years finding all the shortcuts. Now they're sharing these secrets with you. People spend thousands on courses. I say my method is worth more. It doesn't just teach you English, it makes you a natural speaker. In this video, I'll explain everything simply with real examples. This isn't just about understanding, it's about doing. The most successful English speakers have one thing in common. They learn naturally. Now you can join them. Hit subscribe now. Let's not just learn English. Let's make it part of who you are. Let's dive in. I call this method the 7 secrets of natural English. I'll walk you through each one. Secret 1. Take control. This first secret is the foundation. You are responsible for your English. This secret will change everything for you. Many learners blame others. If they can't understand movies, they say people talk too fast. If they can't remember words, they give up. If they don't have time to study, they blame their jobs. Successful learners take control. They can't control everything, but they can control how they respond. They understand their learning is their responsibility. No one else can learn English for them. There are 2 types of English learners. First, blamers. These people always blame others. The teacher is bad. English is too hard. I don't have time. Native speakers talk too fast. They believe learning happens to them, not because of them. Second, doers. These people take responsibility. I need more practice. I should listen more. I will make time to learn. I need to train my ears. They believe they create their own success. Look at Lynn and Marco. Lynn always complains. Her textbook is boring. Her teacher speaks too fast. She spends hours on Instagram in her language. When she can't understand a video, she blames the speaker. When she doesn't improve, she blames the system. Marco makes his own plan. He finds videos he enjoys. He practices daily, even just for 10 minutes. When something is hard to understand, he sees it as training his ears. When he makes mistakes, he learns from them. When something isn't working, he tries a new approach. Who will speak better? Marco. He takes control. He doesn't let problems stop him. He creates his own success. How can you use this secret? Stop blaming others. Don't blame teachers, speakers, or the language. Take control of your learning. You are in charge. When you face a problem, ask, what can I do to fix this? Don't ask, who is to blame? Control your response. You can't control how fast people speak, but you can control how you prepare to understand them. You can't control how difficult English is, but you can control your approach to learning it. Start saying these phrases. I need to practice more. I need to listen more carefully. I need to find better materials. I need to create more opportunities. If you start using this secret, your English journey will completely change. You'll move from feeling like a victim to feeling like a creator. You'll become unstoppable. Secret 2. See your success. This secret teaches you to have a clear vision of your English goals. If you don't know what success looks like, how will you get there? This secret is about having a destination. Think about this. If you were traveling to a new country, would you start walking without knowing where you're going? No. You would plan your trip. You would look at a map. You would decide which cities to visit. But in English learning, many people don't do this. They study random words. They follow boring courses. They jump from app to app. They waste years without direction. They don't know where they're going. Everything in language learning happens twice. First in your mind, then in reality. Before you speak fluently, you must see yourself speaking fluently. Before you understand native speakers, you must imagine yourself understanding them. This is how your brain works. It follows the direction you give it. If you have no vision, your brain has no destination. If you have a clear vision, your brain will find a way to make it happen. Think about successful language learners. When they start learning, they already see themselves speaking well. They imagine talking with natives. They picture traveling without language barriers. This vision drives them every day. It pulls them through difficulties. How can you use this secret? Define your goals clearly. Why are you learning English? Is it for travel? Write down exactly where you want to go and what you want to do there. Is it for work? Picture exactly what position you want and how you'll use English in that role. Be very specific. Don't say, I want to speak better English. Say, I want to have a 30-minute conversation with an English speaker without feeling nervous. Don't say, I want to understand movies. Say, I want to watch Marvel movies without subtitles and understand 90% of the dialogue. Visualize your success daily. Every morning, take 2 minutes to imagine yourself speaking English naturally. See yourself in real situations. Feel the confidence. Hear your voice speaking clearly. Make this vision as real as possible. Make decisions based on your vision. Before you try any learning method, ask, will this help me reach my specific goal? If the answer is no, don't waste time on it. If your goal is conversation, but you're spending all your time on grammar exercises, you're moving in the wrong direction. Imagine yourself 5 years from now using English easily. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? How do you feel? Your answers will guide your learning. They will show you what to focus on. If you start using this secret, you'll have clear direction and strong motivation. You'll stop feeling lost. You'll stop wasting time. Your vision will pull you toward fluency. Secret 3. Focus on what works. Imagine you have 1 hour each day to learn English. Your goal is to make the most of that time. This secret is about choosing the most effective activities. If you fill your time with boring exercises, you'll have no time for things that really help you speak. If you spend your energy on low-value activities, you'll have no energy for high-value ones. This is how English learning works. The best activities are real conversations, videos you enjoy, and using English in real life. These are your big rocks. Medium activities are structured lessons and focused practice. These are your pebbles. The least helpful are memorizing lists and doing grammar exercises. These are your sand and water. If you put sand and water in your jar first, there's no room for the big rocks. But if you put the big rocks first, then the pebbles, then the sand and water, everything fits perfectly. Most learners do the least helpful things first. They spend hours with translation apps and memorizing words. They do endless grammar exercises. By the time they think about speaking practice, they have no energy left. They're too tired to do what actually works. But natural learners do the opposite. They focus on real language use. They prioritize activities that directly improve their speaking and understanding. They know what really works and they do it first. There are 2 types of activities. First, easy but useless. Repeating the same beginner lessons. Translating everything. Studying without using what you learn. These feel productive but don't lead to real progress. Second, challenging but powerful. Talking with native speakers. Thinking in English. Watching videos even when they're difficult. These feel uncomfortable at first but lead to real improvement. They push you out of your comfort zone into your growth zone. Most people choose easy activities. If a video is hard, they turn it off. If a conversation gets difficult, they switch to their language. They stay comfortable, but they don't improve. They wonder why years pass with little progress. Look at Anna and Hiroshi. Anna spends 2 hours every day with flashcard apps and grammar books. She's been at the same level for years. She can recite grammar rules perfectly, but freezes in real conversations. Hiroshi listens to podcasts during his commute, 30 minutes, and talks with a language partner 3 times a week, 15 minutes each. He also watches YouTube videos in English about topics he loves. After 6 months, Hiroshi can have real conversations. Anna still struggles with basic speaking despite studying twice as long. How can you use this secret? Identify what really works for your specific goals. What brings you closest to real language use? Conversation practice? Videos about things you love? Do these first, when your energy is highest. Schedule your big rocks first. Put your most effective activities on your calendar before anything else. Don't wait until you're ready to start speaking. Create opportunities now, even if you're a beginner. Eliminate time wasters. Be honest about what's not working. If something doesn't help you speak naturally, do less of it or cut it completely. Be ruthless with your time. You don't need to do everything. You need to do what works. Try this experiment. For 1 week, replace 30 minutes of your usual study routine with a conversation exchange, even if it's difficult. Notice the difference in your progress. The activities that challenge you the most often help you the most. If you master this secret, your progress will speed up dramatically. You'll stop spinning your wheels, you'll start moving forward rapidly. You'll accomplish in months what takes others years. Secret 4. Learn together. Most learners see English as a solo journey. They think if someone else succeeds, it makes them look bad. If classmates learn faster, they feel demotivated. If others speak better, they feel inferior. This secret is about the power of community. Natural learners think differently. They understand that language is for communication, for connection. It's not a competition, it's a collaboration. The more people succeed around you, the more chances you have to practice. The more fluent speakers in your circle, the more you can learn from them. Think about language communities. If someone in your group improves their speaking, does it mean there's less English for you? No. If someone shares good learning tips, do they lose knowledge? No. Language grows in communities. It thrives when shared. There are 3 types of language learners. First, competitors. These people see language as a contest. They never help others. They hide their resources. They feel threatened when others improve. Second, passive learners. These people never start conversations. They never organize practice sessions. They never contribute ideas. They take but never give. They wait for others to create opportunities for them. Third, community builders. These people share resources. They create practice opportunities. They offer help when they can. They celebrate when others improve. They know everyone winning means more practice for everyone. Imagine you're in a language group. There are 2 approaches. First, the selfish approach. You only care about your practice time. You ignore others' problems. You leave as soon as you're done. Soon the group falls apart because everyone takes but no one gives. Second, the community approach. You help others with pronunciations you know well. You share useful resources you've found. You organize regular practice sessions. The group thrives, giving everyone more practice and motivation. When you struggle, others help you. When they struggle, you help them. Which approach leads to better results? The community approach. Community builders find more practice partners, build stronger networks, and stay motivated longer. They turn language learning from a lonely struggle into an enjoyable social experience. How can you use this secret? Stop seeing English as a competition. Fluency is not limited. There's enough for everyone. Your classmates' success doesn't diminish yours. It creates more opportunities for you to practice with a more skilled partner. Create learning opportunities with others. Form study groups, find language partners, or join online communities. Start a weekly conversation club. Build a support network of fellow learners who can help each other stay motivated. Support other learners. Help those who are behind you. This reinforces your own knowledge. Ask questions of those ahead of you. This accelerates your learning. Everyone has something to teach and something to learn. Share resources generously. When you find a good app, website, or technique, tell others. The more you share, the more others will share with you. Create a culture of abundance, not scarcity. Language is not a solo performance, it's a group activity. If you build a community mindset, you'll find more opportunities, receive more feedback, and stay motivated longer. Your progress will accelerate because you'll be carried forward by the momentum of the group. Secret 5. Listen first. One big reason people don't sound natural in English is they try to speak before they've really listened. Most learners don't listen to understand. They listen to translate. When someone speaks English, they're mentally converting words, thinking about grammar, or preparing their response. They never absorb the natural rhythm. Natural learners do the opposite. They listen deeply first, then speak. This is how children learn their first language, through lots of listening before speaking. Babies spend months listening before saying a single word. They absorb the sounds, patterns, and rhythms of the language. Why is this secret so powerful? Imagine trying to sing a song you've never heard. If someone just gives you lyrics and says, "Sing this with the right melody," you couldn't do it. You'd have no idea how it should sound. Yet, this is what we do with language. We try to produce sounds and rhythms we've never properly heard. There are 4 levels of listening. First, background listening. You hear English but pay little attention. It's just noise in the background. You catch a word here and there, but most of it flows past you. Second, translation listening. You hear English but immediately convert it to your language. You're not actually processing English directly. You're using your native language as a bridge. This creates a delay and prevents you from thinking in English. Third, understanding listening. You understand the words but miss the natural expressions, cultural references, and subtle meanings. You get the facts but miss the feeling. Fourth, deep listening. You not only understand but absorb the rhythm, expressions, and flow of the language. You notice how words connect. You pick up on tone and emotion. You begin to predict what might come next because you're internalizing the patterns. Most learners only reach level 2 or 3. But to sound natural, you must practice level 4. You must listen so deeply that English starts to live inside you. Look at this example. One learner struggles with pronunciation. They've studied English for years but still sound robotic. Their first thought is to practice speaking more. They drill pronunciation exercises, but they still don't sound natural. Another learner takes a different approach. Instead of forcing themselves to speak, they immerse in listening. They find a podcast they love and listen to the same episodes many times. They notice how native speakers connect words, where they pause, how their voice rises and falls. When they eventually speak, they naturally copy the patterns they've absorbed. How can you use this secret? Listen actively before you try to speak. Find content you enjoy, and listen repeatedly at different levels. Start with easy material where you understand most of it. Listen to the same content multiple times. Absorb before you produce. Don't pressure yourself to speak immediately. Give yourself time to internalize the language. Just like a child, allow yourself a silent period where you're taking in the language without forcing output. Shadow native speakers. After lots of listening, try repeating exactly what you hear with the same intonation. Don't worry about understanding every word at first. Focus on capturing the music of the language, the rhythm, stress, and flow. Create a listening routine. Listen to English every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Make it part of your daily life, while cooking, exercising, commuting, or cleaning. Consistency matters more than duration. When you start prioritizing deep listening, your speaking will naturally become more authentic. You'll find yourself automatically using expressions and intonation patterns you've absorbed. Your pronunciation will improve without direct practice. Secret 6. Connect everything. This secret is about balanced skills, integrated learning, and complete fluency. When all language skills work together, the result is greater than each skill practiced separately. This secret creates powerful synergy. Why do most people fail at this? Most learners practice language skills in isolation. They have separate time for vocabulary, grammar, listening, and speaking. They never connect these elements. But language doesn't work in separate boxes. It flows as one connected system. There are 3 types of language learners. First, fragmented learners. These people learn vocabulary from lists, grammar from textbooks, and rarely connect what they learn to real usage. They know many words but can't use them in conversation. Second, imbalanced learners. They're good at one skill, often reading, but weak in others, typically speaking. They can read advanced texts but freeze in basic conversations. Their development is uneven, like a bodybuilder who only works on arm muscles and neglects legs. Third, integrated learners. These people connect all aspects of language, creating a powerful system where each skill strengthens the others. They learn vocabulary in context, not from lists. They practice grammar through real communication, not isolated exercises. Imagine you're learning business English. If you study business words one day, read a business article another day, and practice speaking about something else a week later, the connections between these activities are lost. But if you study business terms, then immediately read an article using those terms, then discuss that same article with a practice partner, each activity reinforces the others. The vocabulary becomes meaningful through the article. The article provides context for discussion. The discussion helps you internalize both the vocabulary and content. How can you use this secret? Create integrated learning cycles. Connect reading, listening, speaking, and writing around the same topics. For example, read an article about technology, listen to a podcast on the same topic, discuss it with a partner, and write a summary of your thoughts. Find content ecosystems. If you love cooking, find YouTube videos, recipes, cooking forums, and practice partners who share that interest. Find content ecosystems. If you love cooking, find YouTube videos, recipes, cooking forums, and practice partners who share that interest. If you're into technology, follow tech blogs, listen to tech podcasts, join tech discussion groups. This creates a natural environment for learning language in context. Practice skill transfers. After listening to a podcast, write a summary. This transfers listening input to writing output. After reading an article, discuss it with someone. This transfers reading input to speaking output. Each transfer strengthens the connections in your brain. Create theme weeks. Spend a week focusing all your activities around one theme: travel, health, business, entertainment. Use different skills but keep the theme consistent. This builds rich vocabulary networks and helps you become fluent in talking about specific subjects. The most successful language learners don't practice isolated skills. They create systems where each activity builds on the others. When you start connecting everything, your progress will accelerate dramatically, and your ability to use English in real situations will improve naturally. Secret 7. Recharge regularly. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. You start with energy and determination, but as you climb higher, you get tired. You have 2 choices: push yourself until you collapse, or take smart rest breaks to maintain your energy. Most language learners never take proper breaks. They study until burnout. They push through plateaus. Eventually, they quit when motivation disappears. They don't understand that resting isn't just nice, it's necessary for continued progress. Secret 7 is about smart renewal. It means maintaining your learning energy by caring for your physical state, mental freshness, emotional connection, and motivation. It ensures you can continue learning English not just for weeks or months, but for years, until you reach true fluency. To maintain long-term success, you need to recharge in 4 areas. First, physical recharging. Your brain's ability to learn language is directly tied to your physical state. A tired student will have poor pronunciation, bad memory, and more frustration. How to recharge physically? Get enough sleep. Your brain processes language during sleep. It consolidates what you've learned and prepares for new learning. Stay active. Even a short walk before studying improves brain function. Eat well. Your brain needs good fuel for language processing. Second, mental recharging. Language learning requires a lot of mental energy. Without breaks, mental fatigue leads to poor results. How to recharge mentally? Take smart breaks. Short breaks between focused study sessions improve memory. Use variety. Switch between different types of activities to engage different parts of your brain. Third, emotional recharging. Language learning creates strong emotional connections. Frustration, embarrassment, or boredom can create negative feelings that hurt progress. How to recharge emotionally? Celebrate small wins. Notice your progress to create positive feelings about learning. Find enjoyable content. Connect with English through music, shows, or topics you love. Fourth, motivational recharging. Even the most dedicated learners experience motivational dips. Without renewal, these temporary dips become permanent quitting. How to recharge motivationally? Reconnect with your why. Regularly revisit your reasons for learning English. Visualize success scenarios. Imagine yourself using English confidently in situations that matter to you. Why is Secret 7 the ultimate success habit? Think of a phone with amazing features but a battery that constantly dies. No matter how great the phone, it becomes useless without power. The same applies to language learning. You can have perfect methods, great materials, and excellent teachers. But if your learning energy is depleted, your progress stops. This is why recharging is key to long-term success. It ensures you maintain the energy, focus, and motivation to continue advancing toward fluency. It turns language learning from a sprint into a marathon that you can sustain for as long as needed. Now we have covered all 7 secrets. Secret 1. Take control. Accept responsibility for your progress. Secret 2. See your success. Create a clear vision of your goals. Secret 3. Focus on what works. Do activities that truly improve your speaking. Secret 4. Learn together. Build a community of learners. Secret 5. Listen first. Absorb the language before producing it. Secret 6. Connect everything. Integrate all language skills. Secret 7. Recharge regularly. Maintain your learning energy. These secrets aren't quick tips. They're a complete system for natural language learning. If you apply them, you won't just learn English. You'll become a natural, confident speaker who connects easily with people from other cultures. You'll experience the freedom and opportunity that comes with true fluency. Most English learners struggle. They use the same ineffective methods. They make the same mistakes. They wonder why they never become fluent despite years of study. They focus on the wrong things and ignore what really matters. But you have a choice. You can continue with traditional methods and make slow progress. You can keep doing what everyone else does and get the same disappointing results. Or you can use these 7 secrets, apply them daily, and transform your relationship with English. You can take a different path and achieve extraordinary results. The decision is yours. If you're ready to revolutionize your language journey, start today. Start now because your naturally fluent self is waiting for you. Every day you apply these secrets brings you closer to the fluency you deserve. On Native Explorer, we'll explore each of these secrets more deeply in future videos. We'll give you practical ways to apply them every day. By subscribing, you're not just following a channel, You're joining a community of natural language explorers who are discovering a better way to learn. So hit that subscribe button now, turn on notifications, and get ready to explore a new path to English fluency. Your journey to natural, confident English starts today. See you in the next video.